Hey everyone, I'm Jon Michael Hoefling. It is 30 degrees outside and 95 in here. Still trying to find that Goldilocks zone. Northern Michigan men's basketball might not be doing super well this year, but Tech, they sure are. Huskies have a 10-3 record, recently beating Wayne State on the 2nd of January and Ashland on the 4th. Things are looking good for this team as the season has progressed, but another week brings another challenge. Here's head coach Kevin Luke on his team's upcoming opponents, conference opponents, in Parkside and Purdue Northwest.
Parkside first, I feel like they're a really good club. I think they were predicted to be up there, in our division, and they have a big kid in the middle. They have people that can score around them. They have a nice balanced team, and of which our league is. There's every night you're playing against a good opponent, and certainly Parkside is that. And then on Saturday we play down at Purdue Northwest, and they have a really an improved team. They've done a nice job. Coach has done a nice job with those kids, and they're getting better and they're getting confident, and they're always one of the hardest playing teams in the league anyway. So.
Now moving to the Green Bay Packers. They're just 2 wins away from being in the big dance, the big show, the Super Bowl down in Miami. Something they got a taste of back in 2011, but they haven't gotten back to since. In fact, going 5-6 in the postseason since that Super Bowl run. This isn't your normal Green Bay Packers squad, though. They're young. They can still get it done, but they don't need Aaron Rodgers to get it done. Defense, run game, they're balanced. But just because they don't rely on him doesn't mean he isn't great. Here's what Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers had to say about his team and the importance of this next game against Seattle.
Playoff game at home, we haven't had one of those, in a while. Feels good to be back in the playoffs. There's not the same type of squad that we've had in years past that have a ton of playoff experience. That's what happens when you go to the playoffs 8 straight years. You kind of get used to that feeling and understand what it's all about. So it's going to be new for, I think more than half of our team, which will be a good test for those guys to settle down early on. We wanted one of these for a while. Division game at home, good opponent with the weather in our favor.
Yeah, I think one of the keys to that game is going to be scoring more points. Moving to high school basketball on the Calm Banks of Lake Superior, Ewan Trout Creek taking on the Lawrence Purple Hornets, and this one was a good one from the start. Panthers got out to an early lead at the start of the second quarter through use of good ball movement and patience. This possession constantly moving and eventually opens up Elise Bessinen for the three-point shot, buried it like pirates to some treasure. But Lawrence was quick on their heels. Great pass from underneath the rim from Kaylin Voskel to find Addison Matson beyond the line. It's good, and that would tie the game up at 12 apiece. After that, though, Ewan would go on a good offensive run in transition. No one's catching up to Bessinen. Nice little Euro step right there. She gets around her defender and lays in the shot for 2. She was great in this game, but if you're going to win, the whole team's got to be great. Moments later, this was like a full team highlight. After the missed shot, Paige Berglund keeps it as a Panther possession. Bessinen, she would drive to the rim once again before handing it off unselfishly to Abby Legault. She'd finish the play. Panthers finish off the Purple Hornets at the end of the 4th. 61-53 the final from Lawrence. Meanwhile, in Eski, the Moes were going at it mano y mano, or should I say cinco y cinco, because this is basketball. It's not one-on-one unless you're Russell Westbrook or on a blacktop. Early on, Escanaba had the edge. Madison Monkovic finds Mari Bink underneath the hoop, gives one pump, one move, nice pivot foot, gives her the room she needs to drop the layup. Gwynn did what they could to try and stay in this game. Had some good moments in transition. Marissa Delmont trying to set up an offense, but no one's guarding her. So yeah, she's going to take that, and she's too good to leave open. Firing away like she was bulletproof. That's a hit. But Eski bounced back like a trampoline. Nicole Kameen brings it down low, kicks it out to Mackenzie Mallet, hitting the three-pointer. Woo-wee! You like them apples, folks? Escanaba up 13 at that point, still in the second. Escanaba continuing to pour on more pressure. Kameen to Taylor Ray, knocking home triples left and right. Eski led by 22 at the half. They win by 23, 75-52 over Gwynn. And taking a look at some other scores from around the UP, starting off with boys basketball out in Rock. Mid-Penn hosted North Dickinson. Recently, the Mid-Penn ladies couldn't defeat the Nordics, but the males avenged their counterparts, beating North Dickinson in a nail-biter. Just 2 points separating them in this game, 51-49 Mid-Penn, the final. Cameron Schultz for North Dickinson had himself a night, 23 points for him in the loss. And in Lake Linden, the Lakes couldn't handle that tough Blue Bolt squad. Not a lot of teams up here can, don't blame them. Dollar Bay wins by 25, 70-45 to be exact. Ashton Janke had 29 points for Dollar Bay in the win. In Kearney, the Wolves, they were howling, but couldn't knock off the Bucking Broncos. Close one, but no cigar. 64-60, Barker Harris wins. Meanwhile, the Cougars of Superior Central took on Big Bay to knock and made them feel small. 52-20 the final in that one. Good win for the Cougars. Well, we've already seen 4 road teams get wins. What's 2 more? Negaunee gets the win away from home against Houghton, 49-33, and Forest Park made the long trip to Norway, and it wasn't in vain. They eke out a 1-point victory, 41-40 over the Knights. And in girls basketball, the Road, they've been kind to all teams, regardless of gender. You know, it's 2020, folks. That's just how society is now. Doesn't matter. The Patriots handled Calumet 59-35, and there were doubles for the school with double W's. Natalie Profit had 18 points and 10 rebounds, while her teammate, Tessa Lease, had 15 points to go along with 10 boards as well. And moving to Cooks, that makes it 8 straight road teams winning in these scoreboards. I have never seen anything the likes of it. ABC 10, this is a world first, folks. As the Lady Cougars complete the sweep of Big Bay to knock for Superior Central on the road, they win 39-33. And taking a look at the NBA to finish things off, this one was a heartbreaker, folks. Detroit was up late in the 4th. In fact, they were up with under a minute left, under 40 seconds left, but they still couldn't get the win. It's just been a tough year for Detroit sports. They did beat the San Jose Sharks, though, or at least the Detroit Red Wings did. The Detroit Red Wings did beat the San Jose Sharks, which hurts me. The Cavs would come back and win in overtime, 115-112. Tristan Thompson had 35 points for Cleveland, and when Tristan Thompson scores 35, you know that that's not a good night.